is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The coronavirus could be helping out Tua because of the desperation for QBs. On the flip side, the coronavirus is killing Cam. And for Cam Newton, see, here's the difference. With Tua, he's young, right? Plus, he's a passer. Naturally, he's a passer. So you're just banking that he'll stay healthy and you'll have your passer. Whereas Cam Newton is not a great passer. But Cam Newton's a winner. Cam Newton hustles. Cam Newton plays hard most of the time. He's one of those guys that, he sells out for you. Right now, his style of play is one that you have to sell out completely. You have to build your offense around him. And right now, Cam Newton is in an impossible position because he is coming off a serious foot injury. And that foot injury, that Liz Frank, is something that has lingered for a lot of players. It has changed the careers of certain players. Eric Rett was never the same again after he had his Liz Frank. Other guys have come back, but it hasn't been an easy road for them. And so now you don't know if Cam Newton's going to come back. And Cam Newton's already, I believe he's right around 30, 31 or something like that. So Cam Newton is up there in years. Now, the average quarterback that's a drop back passer, at 31, it may not be a big deal. But a 31 athletic running quarterback, that's a big deal. Because when Dante Culpepper lost his knee, he lost his ability to play quarterback. Because he was never really a real quarterback. He was an athletic guy with the ball in his hands. Wasn't an accurate passer and wasn't a great pocket passer. And once he lost his mobility, he lost the opportunity to play the game. So a lot of teams could be looking at Cam saying, well, without your mobility, you're not the same guy. You need to run the ball in order to be effective. And that's where the coronavirus outbreak is killing Cam Newton. He can't go visit teams. He can't have a sit-down conversation with them, talk about philosophy, talk about what he wants to do, talk about what they want to do. He can't go and take physicals where they can really look at that foot, check out the rest of his body because he's had several injuries too, shoulder injuries and everything. And he can't work out for the teams. Because if he could work out, then the teams could see how he moves around and see if that quickness is still there. All of those things. It's got to be frustrating. I mean, we talked about how Corona could change sports this year. Some sports may not come back. Some sports aren't coming back. Some sports could be ruined this season. We talked about how personally kids are going through hell right now. They don't have grad night. They don't have a prom. They don't get to finish out their senior years. Pregnant women, all this stuff. Look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton can't further his career, and he's 31. He's not 25. He's not 22 coming out of college. He's 31. He doesn't have time to throw away a year. That's kind of what he did last year. Now he's throwing away possibly another year because nobody's offering him a starting job. And if he signs anywhere, it's going to be as a backup. And he doesn't want to be a backup, and he doesn't want to get paid like a backup. And at 31, the prospects of a prove-it contract, they cannot be sexy. They cannot be enticing, and it certainly isn't motivating for him. I mean, this coronavirus thing, it's affecting all of us. But I'm just saying, you put yourself in Cam's shoes, he's having a harder time than most with this thing.
Yeah, he's got to keep up the what is it, the fashion thing that he got into, and that's a pretty expensive world to be
Yeah.
running in. Okay,
Yeah.
let's face it.
Yeah. He does have some cool get-ups. There are some wild ones. There are some wild get-ups.
More than most are out there.
Yeah,
okay?
there's some that he belongs with Joe Exotic.